We're on it. It's July. It's actually mid-June, but we like to get these done a little bit beforehand so that the patrons can get ad-free first access. Patrons also get exclusive weekly collective readings and a little bit of other, like they get old playlists, lots of yoga content, as far as like just like exclusive playlist content kind of thing. And intuitive shares, which I sometimes post publicly, but not always. Anyway, patrons get some, they also get access to the Be the Change online courses. So what's lunatic astrology, she often says, an ethical bribe, right? Just telling you what we do. And that, of course, you can buy the stuff. I'm just getting the light sorted. So Pisces, divine guidance and loving clarity. This is for Pisces, anybody who resonates for July 2024. What are the divine guidance messages for the Piscean vibratory, for the Piscean crew? That freaking Ace of Wands has come through so many readings. So you're sailing into these new beginnings. I just got an image of you literally like sailing somewhere to make an offer, or like getting in a car, getting in a boat, getting in a train, plane, automobile, and maybe you're going towards this new beginning or offer, or you're going somewhere to make an offer or to establish a new beginning, establishing a business. It's like you're not thinking of it anymore. You're going to move in that direction with some speed as well. I'm getting for some of you moving with speed, going toward a Queen of Pentacles. That could be a king as well, where there was a lot of distraction. The Knight of Wands, like there was like this connection, and then maybe ghosting, like whether you ghosted them, they ghosted you. Never move forward. This was, I guess you could say, an unrequited love situation, or something just karmically shit, essentially. Like, I'm not getting like massively foul play, but like non-committal. Like the Queen of Pentacles might have had a lot going on, or could have been financially like in a tricky position. And it's like, or you're in a tricky position, and then people come in and then they go, and you're like, what the actual is going on? And so this moving to calmer waters is really like setting a new tone, or setting a new tone for yourself vibrationally, moving to calmer. Some of you have children as well that you're going to be moving with. So the other energy I'm getting from the pocket over here are like past cycles of injustice. Past cycles where we've invested in things and it's not come off, where we felt guided by things to move in a certain direction and it has not gone in our favor, it's not gone well. Something about just being exhausted by being exhausted, or being bored and tired of the same kind of drama, or the same. So the Four of Pentacles is just giving me a sense of like, just stop and don't go anywhere. Don't say anything. Don't do anything until you feel absolutely ready. Because there's a lot of reversals, like Justice reverse, Cancer, rather the Chariot reverse, Seven of Pentacles, or Seven of Cups reverse. So it's like, just sit tight. If you don't know, don't move on that. If you don't want to go in a certain direction, don't go in a certain direction. If you don't trust a person, don't give them your secret, right? It's like, sit on your idea before moving. Wait until that really clear message comes in. Six of Cups, Six of Swords. So some of you guys are looping round. You might be going back to somebody in your past. There's definitely a strong focus here on establishing like foundation. Getting a message come through. I did see that 6 of Cups, but there's also another one, but I've totally blanked on it. But either way, I did see that 6 of Cups. So burden card, laying it down. This is also like 6 of Sword, moving in the right direction here. You've had to let go of a pretty significant burden. That's part of like, okay, release the burden, move forward. But if you're not sure of how you're moving forward, where exactly you're moving forward, just don't talk about it. Don't express it. Don't go shooting your mouth off, like, oh, I'm gonna move to. Just be patient, wait for the appropriate messages, and then wait for that, because the Ace of Wands is every reading pretty much give me the feeling of when you know, when so often we're like, make life happen, pushing, forcing. And actually sometimes like just let go and just stop and just move in a direction and just see what comes in. And then when that thing comes in that's meant for you, you will know. It will shine. It will feel like you. It will be like, oh my God, that's the thing. That's for me. Yay. Right? Okay. And then we move forward. Don't overthink it. Or if it's a no, it's a no. As in, if the thought comes in, no, don't want that. Yes, definitely that. And then I'm just getting a sense of somebody's moving towards you. It's a Knight of Wands. So I'm not like, this could just be a night of passion. This could have been a one night stand kind of fling. Why are they coming back? It looks like somebody's coming back to deliver a message. Maybe just why things didn't work out, or why we didn't move forward, or I was just really, really distracted. And I know that this maybe felt rough, or like I wanted to move forward, but I didn't have the money or belief in self, whatever. And I mean, there's the 6 of Cups again. I mean, yeah, okay, the Knight of Wands, they might, but the Knight of Wands isn't typically like any kind of commitment card. It's like, hey, babe, bye, babe, like in ins and outs, and just not like, but I do feel like there's a certain focus of wanting to talk to you, certainly, and maybe offer a new beginning, because it's moving. The Knight of Wands is like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just want to make the offer, like see what comes through. Wait for the message. I wouldn't overshare either. I would let the messages come forward from this person. And that energy is coming through a fair bit too, my lovers. This month is like taking time to rest. No shame in that. Sometimes we like 9 of Wands is just total burnout, exhaustion, burnout. So I would say, like, if that's the vibe, like, take time out, chill. So much fire. There's actually just almost all like fire and earth with a bit of sword energy. So I really feel like you're alchemizing, letting go of stuff. It's like moving to those calmer waters rather than looking at them or thinking about them or talking about them. It's time to move to those calmer waters. Thank you for my past experiences. I'm going to move forward now. And I want to move forward to my North Node. I want to move forward in a way that feels good for me. And this you can do when you're not carrying the baggage of the past and when you're not carrying energy from other people. Trusting everything is in divine right order. I do love that card. Again, don't talk too much. It's something about like just keep things to yourself until you really know. There's something here too, like maybe that Knight of Wands energy is trying to get you jazzed about life, or trying to get you like, let's go out, let's go party. Like they're trying to get you excited about something. Again, this might not be a committed long-term love partnership, but there's somebody coming in, maybe from the past, who's like, hey, things that was fun, but I was too distracted. That was fun, but I didn't know how to move forward, or I didn't, like, something was out of balance. But the message is coming in, and they're coming in with a certain amount of speed, wanting to participate. Maybe participating in your life. Okay. And some of you, this is like, you know, the exhaustion energy, again, the letting, big let go, big letting goes, big releases. Maybe for some of you, there's been an extraordinary amount of emotional healing. Maybe for some of you, you've come off the back of like feeling left out, feeling not belonging anywhere, feeling rejected. So this cycle of rejection and burden, or taking on too much energy that just isn't ours, that's the cycle that's closing out, because you're integrating this cycle. Why? So that you can move forward, take new beginnings, be grounded and directed in the direction, in the choices that you're making. Divine guidance and loving clarity. What are the final messages for Pisces? Divine guidance and loving clarity. What are the final messages for Pisces, all my Pisces lovers? Well, that's in a sense, the most kind of romantic card that we've got, where it's the Tantra energy. But in this deck, it is often referring to simply like our ability to harmonize ourselves. So this is a unified energy, as in, okay, yes, we can use, I don't really know very much about Tantra. It's very, I think, deep and profound, whatever, but if I were to blanket explain it, I would just be like, this is about using our sexual energy as consciously as possible, especially with other, and yet within self. I think the more we're yoking that sexual energy really consciously, it helps to unify the male and the female polarities, and thus it helps us to alchemize and create. And I have spoken to this, but again, it can be a very triggery type of subject matter. But you know, I see in our world how we sexualize and objectify and commodify one another, and yet, in a sense, we're being programmed to abuse our sexual nature. You know, to objectify it, to put it outside of self rather than to own. And that's you know, these things are changing all everywhere all the time. But I think if we really knew just how sacred sexual energy was, and just how sacred our bodies were, and just how profound you know, spiritual sexual energy is, we wouldn't be playing around, if you know what I mean. We wouldn't necessarily be, not that is like, oh, this is so bad. And it's not that. Like, again, we move through energies, and we are the creator, and so we can uplift and transform and change and love ourselves via any perspective. So hence, that's just my own perspective, but I'm saying it from a healed place of loving self and loving other, and not being ashamed, and not feeling, you know, disgusting or whatever for it's like any of us that abuse drugs or alcohol. It's like we were conditioned to, and like, party girl, yay, let's fit into our sick society and just go get drunk in parks. It's like, and having neglectful parents who just wouldn't even notice like anything was happening. And so you're just like, oh, okay, I guess this is normal. Like, do you remember your first hangover? Like, I remember my first hangover, the first time I like woke up after a party and like vomited. Yeah, and then, you know, we're meant to be like, woohoo, fun. Or like, oh, you did that. Like, so I poisoned myself, and that's just societally acceptable, or normal. Hence, Tantra, getting to know our sexual energy, rather than, you know, in many ways, culturally speaking, there's a lot to do with the shadow, and alcohol abuse specifically, and the way the shadow comes out, because so many things happen with the alcohol consumption. that kind of stews and stirs up the shameful energy. I'm not sure if this is for somebody specifically, but I think there's a pretty big clearing as far as letting go of past energies. This is where you take on too much or take on stuff from other people that just isn't yours. And then it's like this sense of really moving forward away from the past where it's like just trusting the current of life. Trusting the current of life to move you forward, and knowing that waves of the past stuff can come up, but it's not your future. So you're not going back to feeling left out and rejected, but you might still feel it sometimes. You're not going back to feeling incredibly limited, but you might feel it sometimes. But you're opening new energy. Oh my God, yes to this, no to this. More conscious control and integrated through the past cycle of healing, trusting everything's in divine right order. For some of you, you might be upping so if you're in an established love relationship, you might be upping that union, right? Through even like maybe you do a couple's tantra courses together. So you kind of elevate your sexual energy within the partnership. But if that's not the case, you're as an individual working on that I want to say like tantric integrity or sensual sort of integrity. Some of you might end up inviting in a union or a potential partner, Pisces, or there's a message coming in, or you're sending a message. That's the fire sign, right? Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, rushing in. Hey, let's make this happen. Hey, let's participate together. But I think you're needing time, especially if this is someone from the past where, again, Knight of Wands, it just might have been a fling. It might have been a really quick in and out kind of vibratory. Let it digest and root. Significant moves and changes and releases, letting go. There's such a primary energy in pretty much all the readings of self-care, rest, trust. Don't be impulsive. No need to be impulsive, but also trust in that new evolution and trust in the tools that you have acquired to this point to really help you stay grounded and to continue in the self-reflective energy of figuring out who you are, what you want to do, and how you move forward. Because Pisces, you're very important in that support system of like allowing dreams to come true for self and other, and often you're connected to the whole, very energetically, intrinsically, kind of like merge us all together. So there's a depth, but again, most importantly, moving forward, calmer waters, good exciting projects coming in. Just keep letting go of the past as you move forward. Okay, we're going to leave it there, Pisces. Have an awesome month of July. Let me know if that resonates in the comments. I love reading your guys' comments. So fun and great getting to know all of you and seeing this community interact and support one another as well. It's divine. Have an awesome month, Pisces. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Take care and peace out.